Welcome to Bahamarican. I am your host, Timmay.
All right, we're doing this a little differently, obviously, this week. Timmy, you can continue hosting though because you said you wanted to run point today. So I'm gonna let you introduce everybody.
Well,
It's
you
cool.
saw what happened off air. If you let me and Michael host, we're just gonna argue the entire time. So.
I'll just ignore her.
This is my Bahamarican co-host. He's the Rican side of my Bahamas. Bryan Fonseca. I gotta make sure I gotta get the Spanish going in my wrist. And we got one of my favorite podcasts, Feel the Heat. We got Mr. Michael.
How's it going?
I'm glad that's catching on.
And Mistress, what's up, y'all? Allana,
I'll take that.
So we don't want to slap him because I know we have flaws, y'all. So we have a lot to talk about. So I just want to go to these trades in order. So what happened first? Was it the Blazers trade or the Caris?
Yes,
trade?
Blazers. No, the Norman Powell shit was first, but we ain't got to spend too much time on that.
Yeah, so like I'm a type of guy. I'm a real nerd. I like when guys go home. So I kind of like that Norman Powell went back to LA. I didn't even know he was from LA till that trade. And so it's clear the Blazers are like saying fuck it. Like we don't care about the season. They traded Norman Powell and Rocco, got back Winslow, who was not better than Booker. Bledsoe and
don't tell Alex that.
Keon Johnson. But you guys think about that Blazers taking this route. Just clear the books and next summer I'll go for somebody else.
Whatever. Honestly,
whatever. You're unfazed.
The CJ McCollum shit. Now that's a little bit different, right?
Well, that adds to it because of that trade, they now have $60 million in cap space and they have $20 million in expiring contracts. So basically, Dame is going to be able to look at this at the deck to someone and be like, "I want you," or you. Like Dame literally has something that most stars haven't had, other than maybe when the Heat formed and we're going to pick and choose his who he wants.
Yeah, but the problem is like that market. I don't know. That's like such a gamble. I'm not saying obviously people are going to want to play with Dame, but like the market itself, I don't know how hot that's going to be.
So with CJ McCollum, I think a lot of people are going to just look at the whole Dame and CJ experience and feel underwhelmed, which I actually wrote about. That's going to post sometime tomorrow. And I'm not underwhelmed by it. I think they actually accomplished a lot. It's just people are not going to look at it that way. If you look at like Portland during that time, they failed to really actually build around those guys. The best player that they've probably had as teammates was like, Yusuf Nurkic, Zach Collins, Carmelo Anthony. Take your pick. It wasn't that great. And they had LaMarcus Aldridge before he ended up going to San Antonio. But I like it for the Pelicans. I like that move for the Pelicans because CJ McCollum, and we're going to get to some Heat-specific stuff, soon. But CJ McCollum going to New Orleans is interesting because Zion Williamson's still hurt, but he has to play at some point, I would hope.
Will he?
Are you sure you want to talk about Zion with Allana?
Yeah,
I'm just making sure.
Are we sure he's coming back?
Do you not think that Zion's ever going to play again? Like,
not really. I mean, I understand that's a stretch, but like at this point, what is lending itself to seem that he's going to play?
The fact that he has a supermax to accept next summer, I think he'll come back for that.
Would you offer it? Would you offer it to him?
I wouldn't. But David Griffin will, of course he will.
They're going to because you're at the mercy of these players.
I don't care about he doesn't want to play in New Orleans or this foolishness. With his injury history, if he's offered that much money, he'd be a fool to not take it.
Forget the injury history. Like, at least that's not really on him. Although, I mean, the reoccurring injury could have something to do with the conditioning. But the fact that he's just out here, being out here the way he is, like, I don't get it. I don't get how anyone, them included, could give him that contract.
So would you trade him, Allana? Would you trade him while he has some type of value then?
What value does he have?
He still has, this 22 phenom, point Zion.
I don't get it. I don't understand how anyone is still confident in this man, boy.
Well, so I
don't know how old he is.
Like
21, 20?
Fine, so boy, I feel like that's appropriate. Y'all don't really mature until you're like 27, so.
That is a statement. Listen, we went from like basketball talk to men are immature.
Scientifically, both human
debatable.
Both human brains isn't back up till 25. So women as well.
Well, I just turned 28, and I'm not sure I'm that mature. So.
See, thank you. Michael has also off air made similar comments. He's just playing right now. So
about what?
About my statement being right.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm not gonna let people know.
Right,
that.
exactly.
I'm not
But
gonna say that here. Like I gotta stick up for my guys.
You snitching on air, but you can bring it back up, Mike, because I that's such a we all knew that Josh Howard was going to get traded because he got 37 million this year, but only 12 million was guaranteed, so we knew he's going to get traded. Sato, I really like Nikhil Walker-Alexander, Shea's cousin. I like no. I don't care about TD, the picks or whatever. But so I like it a lot.
He's not impressed.
Yeah, TD is, whatever. Nance, it's so fun. Everyone always says Nance is so good, but he always gets it like every other year.
He's good though. Like he can pass well. He can play make and do all those things. Like I like Larry Nance to do some dirty work stuff. It's just unfortunate because like I think I read that he's from like that Oregon area, and
Nance is from you're right. He is from so he's like it was like a homecoming.
Yeah, and it didn't. Not all homecomings go well. I try to get that out. It didn't work.
I mean, I don't think the people of Oregon are really gonna care. I've been up there plenty of times. Like they're kind of on basketball. It's just kind of like
really isn't Nike in Oregon? Yeah, isn't like
but Nike in Oregon, I would say, as much work as Nike does for basketball, I would say Nike in Oregon is more football focused.
Okay.
Right, like it's the football side of things that drives it a ton. Obviously, with the University of Oregon, that's where all the camps are for high school prospects coming out and everything. It's not like a big basketball place. Basketball is a much more northeastern thing. Portland's just kind of like, we have a team, we have Lillard, great. Once he's gone, whatever. Like,
well, and then that's what I'm talking about with the markets. Like, if they're counting on Dame being able to recruit this, that, and the other, I don't know how feasible it's going to be.
And it's just the thing with Dame is like he's doing it now, right? Like he's starting to recruit stuff and do all that stuff now,
right? Especially next week. While so I guess he think maybe it's the right time. Everyone's on vacation next week for stars to make some calls. Hey guys, I have cap space. So someone said maybe get Bradley Beal, but you're gonna pay Simons plenty money in the summer, so it doesn't make sense to pay. And Dame also wants like a 2-year, like 150 million extension, like something stupid. So it doesn't make sense to pay Dame and Simons and get Beal. So I don't really know, looking at the market, what they can get that makes them feel comfortable about giving up what they just gave up in the last week.
They just kind of traded Bradley Beal, didn't they? Like, if we really want to be honest about it, like I know CJ McCollum, like people are gonna say he's not as good as Bradley Beal, but he's kind of like Bradley Beal West and has been.
My heart is broken for CJ. I don't like this for him at all. He's not happy either.
Let me defend New Orleans though. Because I didn't even get around to that. But I'm not the super Zion believer, even though that sounds wrong because his name is a religious name, and I'm not trying to go that route. But like,
so wait, no, what I get is you hate religion. That's all I know from that.
I don't like the guy. You hate religion. I understand.
Ricky has his clip now. We're good.
That's not what I'm saying at all. But we can talk about that another time. So with Zion Williamson. Look, the whole thing about like appeasing him, I understand, and they kind of have to because he has proven to be good when he's healthy. The problem is he's never healthy. But I understand like New Orleans wants to be good. I'm fine with that because they have Brandon Ingram, who's been all-star caliber this year. They have Jonas Valanciunas, who's been good this year. They have Herb Jones, who's a rookie, who's one of the best rookies in the NBA, who could defend really, really well. They still have other contracts that they can move. Like Devontae Graham is someone I don't think is going to be there long-term. For example, Garrett Temple is obviously a trade chip and contract only.
Next year, it's non-guaranteed for Temple.
Yeah, or the year after, something like that, whatever. But basically, like, you're adding in CJ McCollum, so it's like, all right, McCollum, Ingram, if Zion could come back and be healthy, which is what they're banking on, and they have to because they have no other choice, then fine. Because otherwise, it's like, what's the alternative? It's like, be bad and rebuild, and it's like, if you do that, you're just getting closer to relocation at that point. Because if they're not good,
stuck in like no man's land. Like to me, they're just stuck in the middle.
So it's a gamble. They hope Zion could be what he was in those 50 games.
But basically. I don't think the thing is like I don't think New Orleans, for example, could afford to be bad for very long stretches because no one's going to go to the games. They're going to be like, oh, we might have to move them to Seattle, et cetera, which is where Sacramento should go, for being honest. And yeah, I think that they have to try to be competitive because you're going to sign Zion to that supermax, and if that's or your max contract, and if that's what they're going to commit to, then I understand it. So I like Ingram, I like CJ, and I like some of the pieces that
I
they got.
love BI. I have no faith in Zion, and so without that, I don't.
For some
understand
reason,
the team.
Lauryn Hill's song came on my mind just now. I'm like, no, my heart is in Zion. Like I was like, I don't know.
So
But before
actually, real quick, sorry, before we move on to anything else, I just want to say we're talking about Zion. I know for a fact that Allana hates Zion a ton.
Hate is very
Sorry.
strong.
I know that she hates on Zion. Let me say that.
That's fine.
She actually, and this is just a sponsor plug here because we are sponsored right now on this show by Signs Broward in Fort Lauderdale. Allana, if you want to get a sign saying, Zion lose some weight or Zion get a trainer,
Oh
now
my
it
this
seems
would
like
be-
I'm fat shaming people,
this
which
would
is
be a
not the
great place
reputation
to
I want
help.
on the internet.
That's what you put out there. This would be a great place to do it. Sponsor Reed, you can't interrupt me. All right. Number one outdoor indoor signs in Broward. Signs Broward Fort Lauderdale is a one-stop custom signs and graphics company in Broward Fort Lauderdale. They create high quality indoor and outdoor signs, vehicle graphics, and trade show displays for effective out-of-home marketing. I will have their website and everything up at the end of the episode for their contact info. Allana, I will send it to you directly again, so you can get your Zion Get a Trainer poster or
Can
sign.
I just
or
say
car
my
detail
problem?
if you want, whatever it is.
My problem is that you're paying him what you're paying him. His full-time job is literally to be in the best
In
shape
shape?
of his life. Like I'm sorry. If you're a random person, I couldn't care less. And also, if you were like healthy and just had that stature, I also don't care. But the reason that your injury keeps reoccurring is in part because of that. So I'm just saying.
Go to our
He's being
sponsor.
paid too much money not to care about his conditioning.
So before we move on from the Blazers, I just want to bring back up with the first trade with Norman Powell. The Blazers gave up a lot of players in the last maybe 4 days. So their rotation is going to be disgusting over the next half of the season because you basically start Simons. Is his name Simmons or Simons? Simon?
I think it's
Simons.
Simons.
Yeah.
Simons, Noah, Winslow, Keon Johnson. I think Bledsoe gets traded. Paul Nurkic. And Nurkic is like, please trade me last summer. And they brought him back. And now he has to play with this for the rest of the year. Like, I feel like Nurkic's on a fake injury and just like sit out the rest of the year.
Nurkic should be traded to Charlotte, actually. That's what I think.
I actually was thinking the Raptors.
Yeah, one of them teams. Like a center needy team should be going after Nurkic right now because he's on a team-friendly contract also.
You just want Dame to lose all his friends over there?
Well, the thing is, I think Portland's really botched this. I think there was a time where you could construct a winner around Dame and CJ. And I think now it's kind of like, all right, now you have to sort of replenish the roster and do it differently. I don't know if they're going to be able to build a winner around Dame, but I don't think that's as much about Dame as it's about the organization. I just don't know what their plan is. And they've demonstrated like, okay, they could be good and get to the playoffs. But beyond that, I'm not sure. And honestly, I'm not sure if I care at this point because it doesn't look like they have like a real plan for this year unless they're going to shock us and get Ben Simmons. But then it's like, based on everything that Daryl Morey said, he's not going to get Ben Simmons for not Damian Lillard if they're going to.
I mean, at this point, is Dame even going to stick around?
Well, that's the other thing. I don't know. So I'm sure the Knicks are preparing some sort of Godfather offer.
Yeah, But apparently, Dame said, "Look, I had the surgery. I'm gonna play this year, clean the slate, and let's go." So I think Dame gives him one more year, especially to give him like a supermax contract. But
hold on, the Celtics are beating the Nets 28-2
by a million, by a million points.
Who even cares about the Nets anymore? I don't understand why anyone bothers to speak on that.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
26 points.
I'm glad I took the Celtics minus 9.5 or whatever it was. Oh my goodness! Continue, Timmy. Jesus Christ.
So Jake Fisher from Bleacher Report said that the Blazers are still trying to get Jeremy Grant. It's so funny. They could have used Jeremy Grant before they traded CJ McCollum. Just like how the Clippers finally got a point guard after they traded everybody. So what do you think? Damn, we friends to Grant. This is going to be a tough second half of the game. How do you guys feel about Grant going to the business and getting like $100 million contract this summer?
It's not enough. That's not enough to undo what you've done.
We're spending too much time on Portland. Honestly,
I don't even think Portland talks about Portland sports this much.
Who gives a fuck?
Portland local news does like 3 minutes of Portland trade talks, and then they get to the rest of the NBA because we don't matter.
Let's get to the real wacky stuff. The Kings gave up Halliburton, 21-year-old, very good young point shooting guard for Sabonis. So I understand they think Sabonis could be Jokic like 25, 2 All-Stars, pass, shoot, whatever. But I thought they would give up Fox. And like, Harley is only 21. How you guys feel about Sabonis going to the hell that is Sacramento?
He's going to hell. That's what's happening.
I feel like it's a quick stop for him though. Like I feel like it'll be like for a little bit of time and then
For those 2
he'll get out of
years,
there.
and then he wouldn't. So you think he turns on the extension?
I think, yeah. I mean, you would. Who's gonna get an extension in Sacramento, especially when you're wanted by the rest of the NBA? If you're telling me nobody else is willing to give you money except for Sacramento, you take your money where you can get it. A lot of people are gonna want Sabonis, and even if they give him slightly less, you'd take anything to get out of Sacramento. You might even pay to get out of Sacramento. So
Look,
here's what no one is touching upon where I really need to just enlighten the fact that Tristan Thompson is now in Indiana. Okay, do you guys know what Indiana's like? Tristan is stuck in the worst state in America.
but you only care about Tristan because of the Kardashians, though.
Obviously, that's the only reason he's relevant. Who else talks about Tristan Thompson for anything basketball?
Isn't he an
related?
NBA champion?
yes.
Rings.
Who cares?
Technically.
He's
So-
doing anything to earn that. He's stuck in Indiana now. It's hilarious.
So I think he acts. I think
Shout out
he
to
actually
Ricky.
gets.
You put a lot of questions, bro. I didn't know where to start. I was just kind of waiting.
Yeah,
for,
just
like,
pick a couple.
Yeah, I mean,
And no, I don't have sleeve tattoos, Sean. No, I do not.
Hey,
I
Dad,
actually-
you have tattoos.
I actually
That's a
think
shirt
Thompson
design.
actually gets bought out and goes back to Cleveland.
I'm too hairy to get tattoos. So what was I gonna say about the Kings? Yeah, the Kings haven't made the playoffs since I was in middle school.
16 years.
Okay, I was in middle school the last time that they
16
went into the
years.
playoffs. It's been a long time. I think Kevin Martin might have been on that team or
Hmm.
right before that or something along.
No, I don't think Kevin Martin ever made it
Mm-mm.
unless he was a rookie. I don't think Kevin Martin ever made it.
Maybe not, but like with the Kings, it's like they're aimless. I don't know what they're necessarily doing. I like Sabonis. I don't like De'Aaron Fox as much as some other people do. The Nets have cut it to 12. Thank you for that update. Look, minus 9.5. We out here.
Yeah,
But,
close.
But what's it called? I think that with the Kings, I just don't like. They're another team where I look at them and I'm like, I just don't know what they're doing, and I don't really care. Now, Indiana, though, I'm looking at what they're doing.
We got
I
your
like-
boy Duarte.
Yeah, Chris Duarte. Shout out to all the Dominicans out there. We got who else on that team? They got Tyrese
Buddy
Halliburton now.
Hield.
Buddy Hield, your boy, Buddy Hield is on that team. And you also have Malcolm Brogdon. Now, one of those guys are probably going to get traded during the summer. if we're
Hopefully,
being
buddy.
realistic.
Somewhere
Right?
closer so I could go.
Yeah, because you don't want to go to Indiana to see him. I understand.
Exactly.
No
I
one
don't,
go to
I don't think
Indiana
anybody
for
wants to go to
anything.
Indiana.
So
Right.
I've actually went to Indiana once. I went for a wedding, and me and my wife were just driving past downtown, and we actually went to a WNBA game.
Mhm.
It was Tamika Catchings, like one
Oh,
of our last three games ever. Like it was a retirement tour, and I was like, it was like $20 for like row 3, and that was one of the best games I've ever watched in my life. That was
We're going to
so
get
good.
to the Heat in a second, Julian.
But we got stuck. It was a tornado warning. We had to drive through a tornado warning back to Fayetteville, and that was the scariest time of my life. It was.
Fuck
I was
that.
just in Indiana yesterday, but
Oh, sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
do not
Oh,
recommend.
but their basketball team, look, you have Duarte, you have Malcolm Brogdon, you have Buddy Hield, and you have Tyrese Halliburton. One of Brogdon or Buddy Hield should get packaged with Miles Turner in the summer, and then from there you can sort of see like what you can do from there. But look,
And Turner's actually happy. Turner's now actually happy. He gets to play center again.
or you could keep Miles Turner. Yeah, you could
So
just
he's
do that.
happy. Like he's
They
happy.
have Rick Carlisle too. They have a good
Yeah.
coach. Like I think that they're going to be fine. If you could
I figured as we're
purchase,
talking about other teams, this is a good one for now.
if you could purchase any NBA franchise besides Miami, which one would it be and why?
The Magic, because I'm a Disney fan. I go to
Oh,
Disney.
Michael, you've met your match here.
I go to Disney,
I'm here, so
I go to Disney every year, except
Nice.
last year because of COVID. No, well, the year before last, 2020, I didn't go. So I'm a like how Robert Lopez left the Bucks to go
Yeah.
to Orlando. Yeah, I'm him. Yeah, I'll buy Orlando.
okay. Brian,
I might see. I wanted to kind of go Orlando too, because like obviously I'm Puerto Rican and we all got family in Orlando.
Yo, I love how my
Magic.
city's
This is
winning this
awful.
far.
This is so
Why is this
bad.
awful? The Magic would be relevant
I
again.
hate
And-
the Magic.
And in
Why?
2K and in
They
2K
suck.
in 2K, I tend to kind of like you try to use franchises and rebuild them, and the Magic always tend to be in a phase where you have to rebuild them. So it's either be them or the Kings to move them to Seattle, or if I can take another franchise, maybe like I don't know which one, or just make one and put them in San Juan somewhere. We're gonna get.
I'm making one and putting them in Vegas. That's what I'm doing.
I think that's next though in the
It's gonna happen.
eventual expansion. I think we get Seattle and Vegas, and the Kansas City really wants a team.
Yeah. Man, I think for me, I don't even know if I'd buy another team other than the Heat. I think if I had to, actually, I would buy the Knicks to move them. I think.
Come on.
Where are
I
you
think that's
moving
what
him?
I would buy the Knicks.
People will try to assassinate you.
That's
in New
fine.
York
I'd be
City.
long gone. I'd be long gone. I'd be controlling them from
No,
some,
not
like,
people, just
European
Ricky.
bunker.
Ricky's
All of my
already on his
neighbors,
way.
all of my neighbors out here will be coming to try to fuck you up, Mike.
No,
You can't have
listen,
that.
you guys have the Nets, right? It's fine. I'll just take the Knicks. Move
They
out of
hate
there.
the Nets. They do not like the Nets.
Pull up some more comments so we can get to these, because we have a bunch. And
Let's see. All right.
if
Do
we
we want
could.
more Ricky ones here? Let's see. I mean, this one feels fairly easy to me, but I'll defer to you guys. It's more musically.
Billie
inclined.
Jean
this
is
is-
not my love.
This is all Timmy right here. Yeah.
MJ is my goat.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
MJ is my goat.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Isn't
we
he,
got.
and is he from close to Chicago? He's from like Gary.
Yeah.
Indiana. Yeah.
Let's
We
see.
try to
Ooh.
claim him. but-
Okay, so I know the answer to this question, but that's because I'm like, I feel like Timmy, you know, because you've been down to Florida.
So as a Bahamian, it's in our nature to go to Florida 3 times a year. The first thing you do when you reach, the last thing you do when you reach is you go to Publix for the chicken and
Mhm.
Hawaiian rolls every night for your first night on vacation. That's the first
I've
thing you
heard
do.
so much about like the chicken sub or whatever.
Publix is goated. I'm sorry. There's no other supermarket in the United States that comes even close. All this Trader Joe stuff that Caucasians are in love with can't do it.
I don't
Okay,
even
I
think you
can't.
can. That doesn't. They don't seem like the same thing at all.
Are they both
It's like apples
supermarkets?
and but it's not. You can't. That's like comparing Whole Foods to like Jewel Osco.
What the heck is a Jewel Osco?
I have no idea what that is. That's
All
a
right.
trivia-
Anyway, guys.
I don't think I do either. I
What
gotta
do you
say,
know?
I gotta say Target also, because like we don't have Publix up here. So.
What?
Okay, but have you been to Florida? You've
Yeah,
been to
of
Florida.
course.
Have you
Come
been to
on,
Publix?
come on.
Have you been to
what-
Publix?
Who? Someone in the comments said, "Yeah, LOL, you're not Puerto Rican if you don't have family in Orlando and New York City." Yeah, like I've been to Florida a bunch of
Oh,
times.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we out here, but like Publix, I've only been to like a couple times, and Target, I probably go into like pretty regularly. We don't have Walmart in here either, which is good because like I've heard a lot of stories. Like anytime when I
Walmart's
go to
a
Walmart, and
interesting
pe-
place.
Walmart's like too big, and like I've gone into
I-
Walmart's where
so
it's
I've
like,
actually
we're just
gone in
out here
Targets,
selling
that's
weapons.
too
I'm
big.
good. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
We have Walmart here in Orlando. I haven't been to Walmart. I think I've been to Walmart twice since I moved here in 2016 because it is so bad here. in
I've went to
Orlando.
Walmart since you've moved there in 2016. I went to Atlanta. I've been to Walmart maybe like 10 times in the last 5 years.
I've been to Walmart twice in about 6 years, and I'm very proud of it because Walmart scares me. I'm not gonna
Target
lie.
Target has the best protein brownies, so I'm going with Target.
I really want to get through Ricky's questions because these are hilarious.
Do we want to do more of them, or do we want to talk Heat just because of how much time we have left?
But we got like 15 minutes, so we could do like 2 more.
What's this
Pull up,
one?
yeah. If you had a choice, which legacy Heat player not named Dwayne Wade from Heat
Christopher
history,
Bosch.
would you want to bring on this roster, and why?
Christopher Bosch.
Chris Bosh? Wouldn't he get in Bam's way a little bit?
sorry.
Oh, you want to play him next to Bam?
2004. Yeah, I would. 2004. Tough juice. Karan. Even though he's a coach now.
I was gonna say it's fine. Just bring him off the bench right now.
Yeah. I love Karan.
Man, I'm trying to. That's a tough one. I feel like
88
Tim
to
Hardaway is an easy one, but then I feel like that takes away from Kyle. Man, I feel like Dwayne Wade fits so perfectly.
I
on
was
the
gonna
team,
say
though.
my answer is Wade because I don't listen.
He
to
just
rules.
fits so
He
perfectly
said
on this team.
he said not named
Right,
Dwayne
but I
Wade.
don't listen to rules, so I just answer the way I want. Like everyone knows this already.
Honestly,
Ricky
just
should
be
have
happy
expected
you
it.
got an answer.
Right, yeah. That too. Royal knows better than anyone.
So
Yeah.
Sean says Lamar Odom, and I think he's right. And I was thinking Lamar Odom also because rookie Lamar Odom used to fucking kill me in
And I
NBA
think-
Live 04, yo.
And I think Zoe might be.
Oh my
pick,
God.
actually.
Hey, Eddie Jones is a good one too.
Yeah,
And
Eddie
then
Jones is a
on
good
Glen
one.
Rice,
My
yeah.
thing with Alonzo, though, you get Alonzo, especially like what, late 90s Alonzo, early 2000s. I mean, it's
But if I'm putting Steve Smith is a good
Luke
one too.
Babbitt.
That's a good one.
Yes,
But
Steve's a good
if I'm putting rookie Lamar Odom next to Bam, because he'd probably be playing the 4 in this NBA,
Mhm.
like Yeah, that's something that I would have wanted to see play out. And he probably would have been shooting more threes in this era anyway. And with that playmaking and everything, Lamar Odom as a rookie is probably my answer.
All right.
I see we have a question.
Was he a rookie? I don't even think it was a rookie. Why am I saying that? He wasn't a rookie.
Odom got drafted like 2000, eh? 2000, I think. With
I don't remember when he was drafted.
Lamar Odom also played high school for like a year at Christ the King, like which is right around me. So, you know, I got to keep in New York.
99. He got drafted 99.
Yeah. I kept saying rookie. I don't know why.
He definitely didn't listen to the time frame ending in
See, Roy doesn't
2004.
listen either. It's fine.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'd take LeBron back right now, though. I've said that before on our
LeBron's never a bad answer to a question, though.
I mean, LeBron's always the right answer, including to who's the best player of all time.
So I saw Tony ask a question. Tony Mirage, he asked, what's the Heat's first round situation looking like? I know that we can't use 2023 unless we get OKC to like release the protection. And I've been saying, let's send them like KC, like take KC, please. But I don't really think nothing we can do. We'll give maybe Omer. But I don't think a 2023 pick is worth it to give up Omer for nothing, you know. So
and Riley's not usually big on picks anyway.
No, not at all.
I wouldn't be big on draft picks too if I was almost 80 years old. Like I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, what would I care about someone born in 2003? What they're gonna get me? So I understand it. Yeah, I think maybe Omer is probably it. Would you trade Jimmy for LeBron right now?
So I remember Ethan said a few weeks ago that this team was actually built for.
Me and Michael did this, I think, on the last episode of Feel the Heat already.
I mean, listen.
We don't agree on this answer. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, the answer is definitely yes.
I know.
All I'm going to say is this. With Jimmy Butler, I know people are concerned about the injuries and stuff like that.
I'm one of those people.
And look, I think that all stars are pretty much injury prone, except for LeBron. Except for these last 4 years, he's been hurt in 3 of them.
4 years is a long time, you know.
I mean, considering LeBron is what 36.
It's not even about that for me.
37?
LeBron with this crew does not make me as happy as Jimmy with this crew. That's all that it's about.
Good. That's a good answer. We'll leave it there. That's a good. That's the best answer.
I mean, one would definitely win a championship faster than the other here. I'm just saying. With the team is currently constructed, I think it's pretty easy. This is true. I will be at the Knicks game in 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks now.
Nice.
So I'll get to see Madison Square Garden. I'll get to chant "Sell the Knicks" or like relocate the Knicks from the stands in a Heat jersey.
That's going to be your chant. Relocate the Knicks. That'll really
get
them going.
Don't go to the Sbarros though. You can do better. Listen, if you come up to New York City, don't eat chain pizza, man. Like you got.
I don't think I've ever even eaten Sbarro anywhere else.
We have that in Chicago too.
You got to eat real pizza from a pizzeria.
I think
you don't.
I think I'm going to a Joe's in Greenwich or something like that. I think that's what I'm going to.
Yeah, go to like maybe go to a pizzeria. If you don't know the name, it's fine. You can go to. There's a place called Susano's in Queens. It's good. There's a couple Rosa's Pizzas in Queens that are good. There's a I don't know if it's called Three Sons anymore, but they have like a pasta slice that's really good. Like I don't go to Sbarro's. I don't fuck with Domino's unless it's like 1 a.m. and you ain't got any other options. Pizza Hut, none of that shit. Those commercials do be fire though, but I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. For down here, stuffed crust pizza hits the spot.
This is a
for
good
me,
question.
But...
This is a great question. This is a great
more
question.
Questions, please.
This is a great question.
Okay, we did this on our show.
Yeah, we did.
I never had Chicago. I never had Chicago. I'm biased, so I'm taking.
I told you I can't answer because I can't eat cheese, so this isn't fair. What I eat is not real.
It makes me so.
I like it
when you talk about your diet.
I don't get it.
Have you guys heard about her ketchup? Do you guys know about her ketchup situation?
No,
sugar free. I hate ketchup with sugar in it. It's disgusting.
So why are you using ketchup if it has no sugar in it?
Because I like it.
You like barbecue sauce?
No.
What? Oh shit! Oh my god!
So do you eat? So you don't? But you don't eat meat. So I guess that's something.
No, I eat meat. I
Ricky,
just don't eat red meat. I'm not vegan.
With Brian's camera out of focus too.
I know because I backed up too much. Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come back.
That's how shocked. I hope Ricky catches this. The fact that she doesn't like barbecue pizza was so traumatizing that Brian's camera.
Well, okay, so then here's the thing, then, right? I think this one is very hard for everybody to discuss because I will say I prefer New York because I've actually had both. Timmy, have you had both of them?
No, I've only had New York. I never had Chicago.
Right. So nobody else here has had both of them, at least not in a real way, because Allana doesn't count. I guess the real
I used
question
to
is
eat dairy. Thank you. So I've
pineapple
had
on
that.
pizza. That's the question that gets
Trash,
everybody fired
trash,
up.
Trash.
I'm with you. I think
Trash.
those that like pineapple on pizza deserve to be stoned.
Serial
Yeah.
killer.
Okay, I'll tell my dad that, Michael.
See,
Oh, all right.
Sorry, Alan. I love you, bro, but you eat pineapple on pizza, it's over, dude. Like, it's over. I can't.
Next question, please.
Let's see what else we can do. I'm trying to
Impossible
find
chicken.
questions. They're so far up now. Okay.
Or should we
let's
just do
see.
like, all right, what should we just do it? Should we just do any heat trade? Any heat
If we
trade?
think any are gonna happen?
What's okay? What everyone in this room, everyone in this room, pick one trade that you want to see the Heat make more than anything else.
What I want to happen is
Yes.
PJ Washington. But what I think
So
happened.
you're like Ariel, just hit me in the face with PJ
Yeah.
Washington. That's what you tweeted earlier.
I want PJ Washington to happen. I really like his game. But I think what actually happens, especially what's happened in Indiana, would be Torrey Craig. I think Torrey Craig.
Torrey Craig, huh?
I don't hate that actually.
Me neither, but it wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. So Gacha, the guy went on Sport Track and basically put all the forwards in that money range that we have between Morris, KZ, and Omer. And so KZ and Morris is about 4.3. Torrey Craig is 4.8. So it's around the same. And he just wasn't he in the finals with the Suns just last year?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah, he played with both teams, I think, that year, last year.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would like it to be PJ Washington, but I think it's going to be like a Torrey Craig type of player.
I actually don't want to make any trades, and I don't think we're going to. But I do like what you just brought up. So if we have to do something, I'm happy with it.
So you
would
feel
you rather
safe
get
with
someone on the buyout market, or just leave the roster?
My main thing right now is I feel like we've had such a small sample size of like a quote unquote healthy team that if we throw in someone new and lose bodies, I'm terrified of what that's going to do to our chemistry because we already have had so many like rotations and starting lineups and guys in and out. We look too good right now. Like I'm scared to mess with that is really like what it comes down to.
You aren't afraid of Tucker's minutes? Like I don't like Tucker's knee rotation that happens like every 2 weeks. I think Tucker's minutes need to go down.
No, she started my
Pull up the fits.
Sorry, excuse me? Did I just have a stroke?
Like here's the thing.
I saw the fever on Allana's face.
I was like, did I hear correctly?
That's one thing even I don't mess with. I don't talk about
I love PJ, right?
Not enough, apparently.
What? I wanted to play like 2 less minutes. 2 less. That's all.
No, veto.
And here's the thing, and I've got you. And this is where I'll come in with mine. I agree with Allana, and I don't want trades either.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the team has a pretty good standing as is. There's nobody out there that I see as a trade target that I'm really dying to get. And honestly, I am a fan of Duncan Robinson. I feel like most trades are going to come down to, give away Duncan Robinson. I think he's more useful to this team than a lot of people give credit for. You mentioned the buyout market, though.
Yeah.
For me, buyout market, I'm super happy if he does come onto there, Thaddeus Young. Because I think he's on the Spurs right now. He's in the middle of being talked about in terms of buyouts. You bring him on, I think that does also solve the PJ Tucker minutes.
Yes.
Right? Because you play him a couple extra minutes off the floor. Yeah. I mean, Allana, when the guy gets hurt and then you're like, well, it's because they used him too much and he got hurt.
Why would he get
playoffs.
hurt?
I'm gonna
because PJ Tucker's a perfectly healthy player who's never missed time.
So I'm for like 5 years.
I'm kind of leaning in the same sort of PJ Washington, Nicholas Batum is a name that I would throw in their direction.
I hate Batum. I've never understood the fascination with Batum. I'm like, I don't.
Hold on.
Do you hate French players? Why do you hate Batum?
I was about to say I love French people, but I cannot love Batum. I was literally about to say that.
Listen, but if you a French NBA player, go over there.
So here's the thing.
No, I'm sure I could find 1 or 2 I like.
I don't think you can look. I think we all accept that Duncan Robinson at some point, like a trade will happen because 5 years from now, I don't know if he's going to be on the team long term. That's just the nature of his contract. It's not really him. It's really the deal.
Then you get paid that much money to not play the fourth quarter.
Yeah, right. Well, it's also just like contracts are just signed to be traded. It's more the nature of the business. But I don't think you do that now. I think you play this out and wait. Sean Rochester made a great point in the chat. where he basically said, like, look, Victor Oladipo, Victor Oladipo
So I was
soon come.
that's
I don't want
to
to put too much pressure on Oladipo, but I do think that he's going to have an impact.
Thrive.
And I think that you do need to here's what I would want to see, right? Make a consolidation trade. Markieff Morris, Omer, KZ, just figure it out. Like a 3 for 2, a 2 for 1, whatever the case may be. Have that open roster spot.
Winslow
and then no fucking Winslow. No Justice Winslow.
What?
No, he's making a comparison. I know
Thank
where
you,
you're
Allana.
going.
Thank you, Lana.
I know
Like the
where you're
Winslow
going.
for Crowder and Iggy trade.
So yeah, sure.
Thank you, Allana.
Something along those.
I saw their faces light up.
He was ready to kill you. He looked at you like you eat pineapple on
He was
pizza,
like-
bro.
His face was turning pink and
stoned.
shit. But like, look, I think you do something like that. Leave the open roster spot. They'll convert Caleb at some point, whatever, or they'll sign somebody on the buyout market. But like, create that open spot and do something with it. I think that's the main thing you do. Otherwise, I don't really see the Marcus Morris Christian Wood thing happening, because I'd be surprised if they just wanted to get off of Duncan that soon. I think they want to sort of see this through and see how it goes. But we've been surprised before, so I'm not going to say no to nothing.
And to Allana's chemistry point, I mean, we've seen this team pick up players halfway through the season and they plug in right away and are very useful down the stretch. I don't think the chemistry issue is what I'm worried so much about, as opposed to losing a player that I think is going to be better than what we'd get in.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So.
I would, but look, if you can get PJ with like an Omer, KZ, Markieff, if you need them type of thing, I'm gonna do it. If they would do that and they want to get out ahead and not pay him, and you reunite him with Tyler Hero, I would do it.
So thanks, guys. I know Floss, yours is going live in about a minute. So you could find us every Monday at 9 a.m. I thank you guys coming on Wednesdays.
If you want more collaborations between these two shows, please let us know.
Ask for it.
Spam us.
Ask for it.
Be careful with the DMs.
Well, I think honestly,
hit
let's
up
be completely
Michael's
honest.
DMs for
3
sure.
out of 4 of us here are probably chilling in the DMs. 1 out of 4 of us probably has to really be worried about
It's
that.
really Instagram lately.
And before we go, again, just wanted to say thank you to Signs Broward Fort Lauderdale for sponsoring this episode of Bahamarican Boys Feel the Heat as we approach the trade deadline. Big time here on 5 Reasons Sports. Floor is yours is coming up next. Timmy, Bryan, thank you so much for having us. Timmy, do you want to try to close it out as well as Allana does? Give us like a tagline. Just end the stream.
What's up, y'all? But seriously, we're gonna go live again. Not us, but like the network goes live on Thursday. I'm gonna hop into spaces, which I think was Marco and Tony. And just thank you guys for having us, and we will be back. In the words of the former California governor, we'll be back.